Good morning. It's about 6:07 a.m. and we were back on the trail. We have about 11 and a half miles to our next water source. We're going to try to hit 20 again today just because Diablo Peak will be the following day and that's going to take a little longer. Probably won't hike quite as far. So we want to keep up our pace of 20 miles a day at least. Last night was a little colder, but our sleeping bags are 25 degrees, so they kept us very warm, but we had some rain, some wind, but we got this beautiful sunrise, and we had a gorgeous view from our tent up on a ridge, so it was a good night. Didn't sleep too well. I don't know why. I tossed and turned. I think my pillow was too hard. I used my clothes stuff sack and put my buff over it and use that as a pillow, so I think I just need to rearrange some clothes. Other than that, looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. The weather's supposed to be nice and hot. Sun's supposed to come out today, so that'll be nice. Probably end up drinking more water, hopefully. All right, well, let's go. Okay, so we did a mile of cross country and then planned on hitting a road. But this is the road, so you can faintly see the lines, and it's actually a lot nicer because there is kind of a trail to walk on and you don't have to go around all the sagebrush. So I will take this over cross country. So we have quite a ways of this, and then we'll be back on cross country until we hit our water source today. So we are just over 1 mile in now, and it's a gorgeous day. Random rock right in the middle of the road. Okay, so we found horse tracks. That means they're here somewhere. We just need to find them. But it gives me hope that maybe we'll see something because they're fairly fresh. Now, if we could just keep our eyes off the trail and out in the distance without tripping. So we're about a half mile away from the other crossroad where we will cut over to the actual ODT. We're also on the hunt for some arrowheads today because they are here. We just have to find them. So between looking up for the horses and looking down for the arrowheads, it'll be an adventurous day. We camped up on that ridge last night, and that's the direction the horses were headed. So I would be so upset if they ran by us and we didn't even know it. My goal within the next couple nights is to stay awake long enough for the sunset. By the time we get to camp, set up, we are exhausted. Last night we didn't even eat dinner. We had a couple snacks and just went straight to bed. So anyway, some more cross-country road walk for a while. Okay, we're on the road now, and we found our horses again, and they're heading our direction. So I hope that they're out there. We are going to come up to a water hole. Maybe they'll be there if I get lucky. Okay, so we took a little detour to hike over to Elk Butte Waterhole just to see what it's all about. It's a big, you can kind of see the edge of it there. There you can see the ridge all the way around. And right now, there is only water right out there. Let's go check it out. And if we needed water, here it is, but we do not need water right now. So we will continue on to our next water hole. You can see all the tracks though, a lot of deer. I did see some cow tracks back there, but I don't see any fresh ones. That's some kind of coyote or animal. Otherwise, just looks like a lot of deer, probably. I did see, I thought some horse tracks back there. All right, the road back out of the pond, and we saw the tracks, and a big old fresh poo. They're close. Now, if we could just find them. All right, it's snack time. I am so hungry today. I think all the hunger is kicking in. Yesterday I was hungry too until bedtime, but today the hunger is really setting in. So I am gonna try to eat a lot more, but this is my favorite trail snack. Thanks to Liz Kidder, who's on the PCT right now and vlogging her journey. She was eating these every day on trail and they looked so good. And so I bought them and oh gosh, it's the best thing ever. So I'm just craving these every day and I'm so sad when I've eaten them because I only brought one per day. But anyway, so we have walked today all the way from that ridge way over there. Came around it, down below it, all the way around by that ridge. Well, not close to that ridge, but close to it. And then to the water holes, and now we're coming back up and trying to find the road again. Okay, so we have our biscuits and gravy that we mixed up back off of that other ridge. We have to hike. Actually, Christmas Valley Highway is out in the distance there. You can see cars driving by. We have to hike over to that ridge over there and across the highway. And our water source is somewhere over there. Probably another, maybe mile or two. Not too much farther. All right, so we just had lunch on the ridge overlooking Christmas Valley Highway. You can see all the cars driving by. There is a house right out here. Whoa, if I don't trip on a rock, I'm just not me. I trip on just about every rock out here. So we are heading, there's some high ridges. I don't even know if you can see that way out in the distance. Like, they're not green, they're like a dark gray because they're so far away. Those are the ridges that we're heading for today. Not today, sorry. Tomorrow probably we'll be there. We've been hiking cross country for probably close to 3 miles now, I think. And we have about another mile to go until we hit the highway. I don't even know if you can hear me because the wind is blowing so hard right now. But once we hit the highway, cross the highway, then we have quite a bit of road walking to do. So that'll be good. We can end our day with some road walking, make up some mileage that we lost cross-trekking through the wilderness. So off we go. Greg's way up ahead. It was getting hot, so he was going to take his long johns off, but he hasn't stopped yet, so I'm not sure if he's actually going to do that or not. All right, let's hike. Road walk time. So we just crested this ridge after coming down off the big hill, and I see our water source. That's going to be our next trough that we're going to fill up at. I've went through about 3 liters since our water from the trough yesterday morning, and I was carrying 6 liters, so probably didn't need that much. I probably should have drank more water because I am feeling a little bit thirsty, but not too bad. But it's better to carry more than enough than not enough, even though it really makes the travels a little tougher with a heavier pack. So we're almost to our next water source though, and then we're just gonna hike until we feel like we're done for today. No real destination to hit. Hopefully we'll hit 20 miles, that's our goal. And then that'll keep us over our 20-mile-a-day average. But yeah, here we go. Water. So we skipped the first water hole and came up to this one thinking that it would have water for sure, and it did not. So here we go, walking back to the other one, which is way back over there. It's actually not that far. It's right out there. So we're gonna go back and fill up our 6 liters there, and then just walk until we can find camp. There's your bath right there. Nice and clean. got our water, loaded our packs up with our 6 liters. Each liter is about 2.2 pounds. So I already had 3 left, so I added about 6.6 pounds to my pack, which is a little heavy, but we have a nice road walk ahead of us. We are at 99.24 miles, so 3/4 of a mile away from hitting 100. I am so excited about that. It's the farthest I've ever hiked, so that's super exciting. A nice goal achieved, and the weather is decent. It's warm as long as the sun is out, but as soon as the clouds roll over, it gets cold. So I'm not going to take my jacket off. Greg stopped to take his off. But it doesn't stay sunny long enough for me to do that. So anyway, we have a nice road to follow here. Oh, I'm going to fall on my face. And we follow the power lines for quite a while. So we'll see if this next water trough has any water in it and if we carried all this water for nothing. All right, we just hit 100 miles. It's the farthest we've ever hiked. It's taken us just over Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4.5 days. So that's a huge accomplishment. We've got this gorgeous view. We're gonna walk down these power lines for quite a ways. Our feet are definitely letting us know that we've hiked 100 miles. We were both a little achy this morning when we got started. But feeling pretty good actually. Like, I thought I'd have a lot more aches and pains with my knees and my calves and stuff, but actually feel pretty darn good. Anyway, okay, we're gonna continue hiking on. The wind could die down anytime now. That's the only part that I'm not enjoying is the wind. But it actually, when the sun is out, feels great. So we'll deal with it. All right, let's go. We were getting pretty tired by this point, so we stopped every mile, took a rest, ate a snack, and marched on. We had no idea what was up ahead, but we were sure glad we kept going. Nothing like a 300-foot climb to end a 22-mile day. But we should be finding camp here soon. It's quite windy, but the views are gorgeous. We were supposed to hike up this ridge around this hill here, but the trail disappeared and we would have had to cross country it. So instead we hiked up here to get a view for the night, and then we're going to cross country across over to there in the morning. But the highway, we were just sitting and resting on the highway. You can see it's clear over there. You could see a truck driving by. Oops. By those hills. That's where we came down earlier today. All in all, it was a good day. Still no animals. Okay, so we just got to the top of this ridge that actually isn't the trail we were supposed to be on, but we came across this. So we're gonna hike a little farther and see if we can go find this plane crash site. It's pretty cool. Just gotta go up this ridge here a little bit farther. Here's parts of the plane. Almost to the crash site. Maybe this was the crash site, I don't know. I think the rest of it's up that way. There's just pieces everywhere. Huh. Okay, so it's 6:40 p.m. We saw the airplane crash site, and now we're trying to find a not so rocky, flat place to camp because this ground is just full of rock. So we've got to find a place we could set the tent up. And we have a pretty big tent, so we're trying to find a nice grassy area. There might be one in the ridge up here that we'll be able to camp at. But look, a whole bunch of horse poop, so maybe we'll see some wild horses fly by tonight.